if you guys think that I don't do any foreign films, you're wrong, because apparently I do. Since I already did The Shape of Water, I might as well do the best version of that because, well, like I said in my other review, this is the better version, and I really like it. So Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth starts off with a narrator doing like a little fairy tale story, saying, once upon a time in the kingdom of the underworld, the beautiful princess always wanted to see the surface. She always wanted to see the sun. She wanted to see the people up above. So it basically says she escaped, don't know why she needed to escape, and climbs the staircase all the way to the top world, and as soon as she opened up those doors, the sun blinded her, she got sick and felt pain, and eventually she died. But the king really wanted her daughter back and claimed that he will not rest until she is home. That's the first narration. That's the first 3 minutes. So I didn't spoil anything for you. No, I didn't spoil anything. Maybe I did, but anyway. So it moves a few years later, in 1944, when Spain was in a civil war with itself, which is why it wasn't involved in World War II. Don't know why it kept from being invaded from Germany, but anyway, the little girl is named Ophelia, and she's really big into fairy tales and fantasy and all that. Hey, just like me. Anyway, her mother's pregnant. Her mother's pregnant with her son, and they're gonna go see the boy's father because it's not originally Ophelia's father. And a good thing too, because this guy is a dick. I mean, he's always pushy about being on time. He's always telling his soldiers this and that. If this really was based in World War II, this guy would have been Adolf Hitler because, well, like I said, he's kind of an animal. And the way he tortures people is gruesome. I don't really want to say his name because I think that would just bring evil into my house. So anyway, this little bug starts crawling towards Ophelia, and she thinks it's a fairy. And one night, that little bug turns into a fairy, and she follows her into this creepy-looking labyrinth that is right behind the place where they are staying. And yeah, the labyrinth is awesome. And it leads to the very center where you go down into this little well, and there is this tree-like fawn guy that is super cool to see for the first time. I swear, if this was a Halloween costume, I would try to pull this off, but I don't think there would be any way to do that. And he gives her 3 tasks to perform in order for her to re-enter the underground kingdom. So all that ensues, and not only that, but also there is a part story about this cook lady, this cleaning lady, whose brother is part of the force that is against Ophelia's stepfather, and she sends supplies to them. She's hoping that they would survive, and she develops a bond with Ophelia, which is really cute to look at. Now, usually when a side story like this gets involved with something that has no connection with it whatsoever, this movie should not have worked if that was the case. But this movie really does work. I mean, you got the fantasy story on one side and you got the history on the other. And they just go neck and neck, and it's a whole lot of fun to watch. And just because it's in Spanish does not downgrade this movie at all. It actually feels a little bit more at home, considering it's in Spain and they're speaking in Spanish, if you get my meaning. I mean, this movie not only has the heartfelt moments, and not only has the crushing moments that really makes you sad, it also has a lot of creepy moments as well. I mean, that giant frog was one thing, but the pale man, I had a nightmare of that guy. I'm going to be honest with you, I had a nightmare with him. Anyway, Pan's Labyrinth, definite classic. I would prefer watching this a whole lot more than The Shape of Water. It is definitely one of Guillermo del Toro's best work. I enjoy this movie the first time I watched it, and I still enjoy it the several other times I watch it. In fact, I think I've watched it several times that I practically understand what they are saying without reading the subtitles at the bottom. Even though I still can't understand Spanish, but hey, what can you do? I think I can understand a few words. But I'm not going to get into detail about that. So guys, Pan's Labyrinth, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.